houses. What do they do in most of the world? It's a bogus conflation of what's going on. The
Yeah, yeah,
BC government, it needs policies and incentives to facilitate the manufacturing side of second growth, because it's flowing now. They've closed down a lot of the mills. It's going to the cheaper labor in the China these days for a lot of places, and in some American mills. We can have policies and regulations to develop a value-added second growth forest industry here, support First Nations with key financing, and end old growth logging, which is good for the economy. It'll
yeah.
bolster tourism, recreation, real estate values, attract more skilled labor into a lot of these areas who want to live in a people who want to live in a better environmental quality of life. It's shown that the economy is hugely boosted when you have protected areas and protection of old growth forests. There was one specific study on that.
Hmm. Hmm. And it feels like, the government has successfully pitted environmentalists against loggers, and that is
Yeah.
really not what we need at all. What we need to be doing is standing together to protect our environment that supports all of us, right? There is a common goal here.
Yeah.
And I think it's been very muddied by the issues. So once again, I think, if so much of the profit that is coming out of logging, especially old growth logging, is going overseas, none of us are winning.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's obvious that what we need to do, we need to stand together, stop fighting with each other, stop pointing fingers, and I think follow all of the advice that you've given, and keep the pressure up, because otherwise we're going to be outweighted by the government, and their dragging of heels will diffuse a situation that is extremely urgent.
Yeah, and there's a window of opportunity. This is the greatest window in our, like I've been working on this for a long time. Right now, for the first time, they've cracked the door open towards major policy reform on old growth. If we build the movement broad enough, so it's not the same old protesters. So I'm grateful that you bring in a massive audience here.
Okay, good.
And if it supports the indigenous people of whose unceded lands there are, then we will get there. But it's not going to happen without without a lot of effort here in this
Yeah.
next stretch.
So one thing I'd like to add, I can't say too much at this stage, but for Riverdale fans, I am not the only Riverdale cast member who is enraged and horrified by what is going on. It is this campaign is being taken up by other Riverdale cast whom you love and adore, and it's going to blow up bigger and brighter in the media. And so if you are wanting a mission to join us on, now is the time. And keep watching my page. Follow Endangered Ecosystem Alliance, follow Ancient Forest Alliance, follow Ferry Creek Blockade.
I think it's Rainforest Flying Squad is the handle, or is it?
Rainforest Flying Squad is another one. Yep. And you will see and be kept up to date on everything that is happening. And once again, get hold of Ken Wu at info@endangeredecosystemsalliance.ca.
Yep.
And
endangeredecosystemsalliance.org.
.org.
Yeah.
Ask how you can help, and you will be put to work, because there's lots of work to do. So Ken, thank you so much for joining us today. Is there any last thing that you want to just get out there into the world while we have a few more minutes?
Yeah, well, when you think, I think there's a win-win here. The win-win here is that the economy is bolstered. If you look at the traditional arguments, it'll bolster the economy. It's vital for the climate. It's vital for endangered species. The quality of life goes up. It's of global significance. All the forests in British Columbia, the greatest concentration of old forests in the temperate world are over in British Columbia. And it's vital for First Nations cultures. And there's a win-win for the forestry workers too, based on most of the productive land base is second growth. This should be a no-brainer, but these changes from the status quo don't happen unless diverse people come on board and get involved. So it's businesses, unions, faith groups, outdoor rec groups, different environmental groups, different kinds of people. That's what's going to ultimately tip the outcome.
Yeah, yeah, and like you say, you know, there are a couple of thousands of names on petitions at the moment, but there are hundreds of thousands of people who care. So
We move
all
this
of
into
those
millions, yeah, with your star
millions,
power.
yeah, millions. I mean,
Should be, yeah.
you know, where are you guys? Put your names on these petitions and stand up and shout, make a lot of noise, because we are actually a huge community and we need to stand together on all of this. It's absolutely vital. And this is Canada. This is a first world country. We shouldn't even be in this position. So yeah, let's go. And thank you, Ken, so much for your all your amazing work that you've done, and for this wonderful talk. And I'm sure you'll Ken, your own site is well, do you want Ken Wu, do you want people to just go straight at Endangered
Endangered
Ecosystems Alliance?
Ecosystems Alliance,
Okay,
yeah.
go there,
Yeah.
because you'll get all of the genius and all of the background and all of the knowledge and expertise from Ken, and let's just help buoy each other up and get this policy changed as soon as possible.
Thank you very
Okay,
much. It's been
thanks
great so much.
bye everybody. Thank you for tuning in.